Hello, Alamo City! Welcome to the Disc and That podcast show. I am one of your hosts, Southpaw Rob. With me, I have C-Rod.
What's going on, y'all? How are y'all today? Glad to be back for another wonderful week. Lots of disc golf going on, so excited to talk about what we got going on in the Disc Kings world. Have some special guests, so I'm excited to kind of get to it. And we got a few for you today, actually. So, starting off, I'll let Rob introduce this person. He's someone who's really struck us as just a great person, man. Can't really say enough. If y'all have probably heard of him. So I'll let Rob get to introducing it and, learning a little bit about, who he is.
So with me, I have the newest Disc King member, Mr. Mitch Rando.
And glad we're finally able to have you on, man. Yes. I know it's been a time coming, and we'll let Mitch let you know, what's kind of been going on and why it's been some time to get him in here. But yeah, dude, Mitch, just I know a very broad question, but just tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, who's Mitch Rando?
Your PDGA too, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So PDGA number 235881, and thank you guys for getting me on here. It's a great honor, great pleasure for me. And like you mentioned, it's been a long time coming. So been listening to the show since the beginning.
Yeah,
got
man.
to play with you guys at Hillside.
Yeah, our first round together. Yeah. Another round today.
Yeah, another round at Monahan today. Mm-hmm. The reason it's taken a little while is just so I moved to Houston for nursing school.
Okay.
Nice.
A couple months back, and so I've been kind of in and out of San Antonio. Came back for Loso, came back for Monahan this weekend, and it finally just lined up.
Oh,
good one
man.
to get back to as well, man. Nice little course, 2-rounder, be out there all day with, everyone that and whatnot.
Yeah, beautiful course, great people. I'm excited.
Yeah,
sure.
Shout out to Monahan Ranch and what Kevin and Amy are doing over there. They're doing a great job. Well-run tournaments always when Amy's involved, and Kevin, he can't say enough about his design and the hard work that they put in there and everything they do for the community.
We'll talk about the course a little bit here in a bit.
So.
Mitch, obviously, like we said, long time coming. We've been wanting to have you on. We've introduced Mitch to the team here about maybe 2 months ago, but, all the stars finally aligned. Everything's looking good. Reason why we added Mitch to the team was a few reasons, right? We saw him, one, he's a growing player. He's, he came out on the scene, and the biggest thing is he's involved. He likes to be involved in everything, and we love that, right? Just because, we thought he would be a great ambassador to Disc Kings, and represent the team just in the fashion that it needs to be represented in, and he's done a great job of doing that. Everyone, I don't know, man. I'd be surprised if someone didn't know you in the area, and from here to Austin and probably Houston now. You'll get your credibility up over there soon, I'm sure.
We're getting there.
Yeah, but yeah, dude.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Just how did you get started
into disc golf? Yeah.
So I started playing during COVID. My dad and I actually started playing.
Cool.
We went to the local park with some Whammo Ultimate Frisbees.
Where was that at?
New Braunfels.
Okay.
Up 306 in River Chase.
Okay, cool.
And the plan was, it was a beautiful day. It was COVID, beginning of 2021, right? So it was first pretty day of spring, and we've been in quarantine, locked up for however long. And I was like, Dad, let's go play. Let's go get outside, get some fresh air. And we saw this basket sitting under a tree. And being competitive guys, we said, okay, you know what? I bet I can get it in before you can. Right?
Were y'all playing from tee box and stuff,
No,
or just throwing? There
were no tee box. This is still dirt tee pads out there. So
okay.
There's nothing marking tee boxes. So we're just throwing on a soccer field basically, right? Throwing out a basket, had no idea. And we started looking into, what is this basket? What is this? And somebody in the neighborhood said, "Oh, that's disc golf." We set up a course. We got 9 baskets. If you go to this hole, or if you go over here, there's baskets or discs you can use. You can kind of follow the map, this, that, and the other. And so we started getting into it, and it kind of took off from there, right? Started off like most AMs. I was throwing a DX Beast. My dad got a Corvette, right off the bat.
A Corvette, nice.
Yeah, right?
The name, man, just the Thriller Special, man.
Well, that's what he said. It's Corvette. You gotta love a Corvette.
I know. I can't say I didn't make the same mistake.
Funny thing is, I was at McLean. Sorry, I don't mean to get off topic, but a quick story. I was at McLean when I was first starting, and I didn't really understand disc and stuff like that. and this dude was in the dirty water. Kid, as a kid. And he's like, yeah, dude, I can't leave here without that. That's my Corvette. And so now knowing the Corvette, I mean, it's not like nothing crazy, nothing special. And, you know, but it
just, go, what? Like,
it makes me laugh now, kind of thinking back to it. But yeah, continue, Mitch. I mean, kind of like, yeah.
So we started playing then. And then our neighborhood, or their neighborhood, does a doubles like every big holiday. So, or actually usually it's Halloween for sure and 4th of July for sure. But then more sprinkled out like every Wednesday. But anyway, we signed up and we got second. We actually tied for first, did a playoff for second. And we're like, we got second? Like with these dudes that are playing for however long?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's
how'd that happen? And it kind of grew from there, actually getting...
I got that taste for
I got the bug, right? I wanted to get in a tournament, so the following 4th of July, I was looking and I found first available disc golf. Had a tournament down at Greytown.
With Monty and them.
With Monty and them.
Cool.
That's how I got hooked up with them. And then the following Halloween was Spooktacular.
Oh, nice.
King Spooktacular.
Oh.
And that was my first time I got a PDGA membership. I got a big
You
tournament.
had to, right? Because it was a B tier.
Yeah, it was a B tier.
Yeah.
I got signed up, and I was always a player pack guy. Like, I still am a player pack guy.
Yeah.
So, and y'all hooked it up.
Oh, yeah.
2 mint discs, a towel, a bag, a mini, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, for $80?
Yeah.
And I get to play
we
2
did
rounds?
that.
Like, but man, it was 2 rounds at Starkey.
Oh,
and y'all had all those temp holes.
Yeah, we added 3 holes or so.
No, I don't know.
It was like 5, I
Yeah,
thought. It was like 23
I told
hole
this
loop.
guy I mean, that was going to be a long day. And
What was
it sure
46 holes?
Yeah, dude. It was
No,
like
I don't think it was that
46
many.
holes.
Right? I think we had 4 baskets, maybe 3.
Nah, now that I'm thinking about it, we had like a 14 or 15A, 15B.
Right.
Then we had we had a 17A, 17B, and I thought we had a C as well.
Oh, the one coming right by that gazebo?
There was 3 or 2.
The little
right
shorty,
there.
right? Around the tree?
And then there was the one out back in the corner. Remember all the way where we played, and then I thought we added another one.
That was a nice hole. You gotta admit, dude. We gotta do that again.
They were good holes for sure.
Yeah.
Right? What did you think about the holes? Like, you didn't think, like, coming into it, barely being brand new, was that something that, like, you've played probably Starkey, right? I'm assuming.
So at that point, I'd never played Starkey. I was playing blind.
Okay, you're playing blind.
okay.
Okay, so you wouldn't have known any different.
I didn't know anything except that like 15A was new because I was on a card with some cool dudes. Adrian Pena being one of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Met him at that tournament, and so I'd ask him like, "Hey, UDIS doesn't show anything about a 15A, 15B, whatever." And he's like, "Oh no, those are extra. Like those aren't normally here."
Yeah.
And but like you remember they had the one along the pavilion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It was like 15.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then there were a couple down by the road, like
around the
16,
around.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so he'd be like, yeah, these aren't usually here, but these are, and like we got to 17.
I forgot we added that one too.
Yeah, we
We
did.
started on 17, like y'all called it 17A, but like the original 17, that par 4.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, dude, are they always like this? Like, it's so long and there's trees everywhere. And I was like, is this what it's like? Because I was used to our neighborhood course.
Right.
Anything over 300 feet's out in the open.
So had you really been like throwing full throttle, full distance on a lot of those discs at that time, or?
Yeah, at that point,
okay.
I was still using, what did I have? I think I had like a reel bag. Those dynamic, the ones you get at Academy with like 3 discs for a starter pack.
Gotcha.
So like a backpack, not a real disc golf bag. And I was using that, and so like I was getting used to throwing full power, but I didn't have a backhand yet,
Okay.
and I didn't have a roller. And out there, like you need one of those to
Yeah,
have any
yeah.
chance. And I did pretty good in the first round. I think I came out like tied for 8th.
Okay.
And then the second round I just fell apart. I was like last. That's the end of it.
I mean, that's tough though. Like,
Dude, that's a tough course to start on.
Yeah.
It really is. I have that experience as well. Like I played Rockwall. I played Harry Myers. If you ever have a chance, go play in Rockwall. Me and my brother were playing some doubles tournament, XC tier, but big. Like there was hundreds of doubles. It's like one of the biggest ones. I think it was called the Jay Bittner or something. But that course, we played it blind, and I don't know if you ever played that course.
No.
Check it out. It's on YouTube. I think Ricky and Paul play it. There's a few others on those cards that are pretty sick. It's a cool course, man. But yeah, that course just demolished me. Like,
is that the one you shot like plus 40 at?
no, I never shot plus 40, man. Come on. maybe
Not
when
Southpaw.
I started off at minuses. Nah, right now. No, hell no, man.
now
I was
you know.
like, yeah. So, but no, man. So best memory, disc golf memory so far. I know you got a long way to go. You got your young buck. You're single and ready to mingle. I think. So, ladies, no, just.
I appreciate it.
This ain't no dating show.
But
it could be.
And now on the dating show, here we go.
Bring them out. Favorite memory is probably, so I did a first available tournament at Greytown here recently,
Okay.
and it was right after Blue Bonnet Open that Amy does at Hillside for the Wildflower Tour.
Mm-hmm.
And Monty had heard about this Battle Royale that Yeti does. Mm-hmm. Right? So for everybody that doesn't know, Battle Royale, everyone plays the same hole at the same time.
Yeah.
Herd golf style. Everybody throws, and if you lose that hole, you're out.
Yeah, like so everybody pars or everybody, as long as two people birdie and that one person, because then everybody's out, right?
Yeah.
And if not, it's a wash.
At Greytown, I would assume that's birdie or die. Pretty
Exactly.
Much,
Yeah, we're playing the shorts. So like,
So there's always going to be
okay.
somebody that birdies, and then like it's rare that you'll see, but then it gets like cool because they start dwindling down and they get to like 10 or 15, and it's like there's like 5 left or 4 or something, right?
Yeah, and so Monty changed it to where one person's out every hole. So if like we're 3 playing, and Southpaw and I tie, but Chris beats us, we have a CTP on the next hole. If you're closest to the pin, you're safe. If you're farthest, you're out.
Ah.
I like that little change up right
it's
there.
nice. So you know, like it's not everybody's out on the first hole and you win, but so we're playing for cash. I actually come down. It's me and Dallas on hole 15. Mario Sanchez also on the
DK
Alpha
team. Yeah.
Great dude. We're playing hole 16 or 15 up on the hill at Greytown, and I don't know why Dallas went first, but I think it's because he was on the chopping block beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
he had to do a
go
CTP
first.
throw off with Monty on 14 up that hill.
Oh, okay. Little shorty.
Yeah, the little shorty. And so he goes first, and he gets it like 30 feet, and I was like, damn, like this hole's always tough for me, throwing downhill.
Which hole was it?
15.
15. Okay.
15 at Greytown, the shorts though.
Okay.
So not real hard. And I threw my lasso and I hit basket.
Oh,
not an
dang.
ace, but I hit basket, and it got on video, and like
Nice.
shout out John Sabatino getting that video. It was awesome. That's my best memory.
Did it kind of sit? Did it sit?
Yeah, it just like settled right there.
Oh, dang,
like,
that's pretty cool.
There
Safe.
it is. Yeah.
Nice, man.
You
You have
Nice.
aces? Have any aces?
I got 1 ace.
Nice.
Actually, out at Monahan Ranch.
Oh, really?
Really?
Which
Yeah.
hole?
14.
14. Which one's that one? I'm not really familiar.
The
with.
one down in the creek when you're throwing across that creek bed through the double Mando.
The double Mando?
Double Mando.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
dude.
nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're excited. We're playing the same tournament, me, you, and we're mobbing it with all the MA40 cards.
Dude, there's so many DK
Right.
members in there. I was just thinking
So-
about it. Like they don't even know, or I don't know if it's something that they notice, but there's at least, like 8 or 9 DK members
Right.
playing
Yeah,
it.
we're playing that tournament representing good, and check out, see how we do. But we're looking forward to joining, getting you, seeing how you're gonna do, and we talked a little bit off camera as far as like just have fun. So what do you look for? What are you looking forward to this coming weekend at that B tier?
And I guess to build on that question, I guess I kind of want you to answer it in 2 parts. So this weekend, right? What are you looking forward to? And like, what are you just looking forward to, like in your disc golf career? Like, what are you trying to do with it? Are you trying to just like obviously you're representing, like I said, on like the always like being an ambassador for everyone and everything, and then also playing. So is there like right now, are you trying to focus more on playing? Or are you trying to focus more on something else? Like, is there a goal you have in mind with disc golf in general? So 2-part question. So
right.
Monahan Ranch, and then
Appreciate
maybe like a goal, long-term goal.
That was a long question.
That was a long question.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
I was
you're
just
good.
trying to doing like narrow it down,
You're
but
good.
You're
it
good,
got
man.
longer.
Yeah, so
It's all good though. I got you.
with Monahan Ranch, I think the big thing is, I haven't competed since that Greytown tournament back like March. So it's been a few months.
Okay.
It's just go out there and have fun, right? Like
No.
it's a good group in MA3. Luke, who's on the show last week.
Do you know who you're with yet?
I'm with Luke and Clayton Kaufman.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So it should be a good card. I don't know anybody else in MA3 that's playing.
How many are there?
I think there's 5. 5 dudes.
You got them, Mitch.
Yeah.
Just have fun, man. And if you play like today,
right.
the one advice I'd give you is just slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
If you slow it down a little bit, you can and visualize your gap. You'll be a little bit same intensity, same power. Just slow it down a little bit, and you threw you threw better shots than I did today. Like in that practice round, you did. Facts.
I appreciate it.
That's
man.
what's up. Facts.
I appreciate it, man. That's kind of why I wanted to go play today. Is get those jitters out, get that timing down right, remember the holes, see what Kevin's changed. You know he's always working out there, changing stuff up, and really just kind of remember what the heat's like out there. You know, like,
we'll have a tent, man. Come and hang out with us, and obviously you're always welcome. And come and see us over there. We'll hopefully be talking next time though.
And it was good too, cause like there was some holes out there that we were like, "Is it Skippy? Is it Skippy? You think it's Skippy?" And then, like we were able to find out and figure it out. So yeah, man. I mean, I guess just.
The second part to the question.
I would say always get a practice round.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm glad you did it with us too. It was good company.
It was nice going with you guys because y'all think of the things that I don't think of. Right, being at that higher level, I don't think is it Skippy. I'm like, if I just like air shot it in there, I don't have to worry about a skip.
But I mean, you also want to worry about how if it's kind of hard to land it soft.
Right.
If you're throwing from a far distance as an am, throwing a speedier disc.
Yeah.
So it's going to skip. And then instead of looking at 30 footers,
they're going to.
Now, or 40 footers, now you're looking at 18, 22 feet putts.
Yeah.
Because you're a little closer, you can throw mid-range, right? And But yeah, man.
That just comes with time,
Oh, yeah. And you got the.
What's next for Mitch Rando?
What are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to getting back out and playing with buddies. Moving to Houston, not really knowing anybody that plays disc golf out there. Like obviously, there's a lot of great people. I've met a lot of great people.
I hear it's a good community.
Right, and it's like
I've never been over there, but I'm gonna venture that direction.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's hard to compete with the way San Antonio organizes their disc golf.
I don't think the Houston guys want to hear that, but you're right. Like I know Jay and the Lucky Ace guys have put a lot of work in getting that stuff ready. Chris Vandergriff and Gorilla.
The
you
gotta have him on. Invitation's always open, Chris.
Yeah.
You're doing great things with your lineup too.
Yeah, I would say the Chicks Chasing Chains up on the north side. They do a lot of good work.
Yeah.
It's just being on the south side. An hour from everybody. It's like I could study
in traffic.
Right. It's like I could get
study
in an hour and then go study, or I could spend 2 hours driving there to play for an hour and a half and come back. Like.
What you need to do is hire a chauffeur so they can drive you while you're studying.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Rob, what are you doing right now?
Right now, I don't know, man.
Come on.
Let me help you with some gas money.
Yeah.
But Mitch, we're excited again to have you on the team. We look forward to everything that you're gonna do off the camera, on the playing field, off the playing field. I think you're gonna help to be a great ambassador for the Disc Kings, and we appreciate you. Sporting us, kind of putting our name out there, just being a team player.
Of course.
So, we do appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Mitch, and we look forward to it, Papa.
Of course, guys. Thanks for the opportunity.
And guys, stay with us. Again, the night's not over. Like I said, we have a great week of guests. We just wanted to introduce Mitch. Again, if you don't know him, now you do, and I'm sure you're going to start to see more of him. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple minutes, and we got another couple great guests for you.
Hello, Alamo City. We are back for our second segment with the Disc and That podcast. We got some special guests. Who do we got, Chris?
Yo, I'm excited. I know we've been trying to get them on. I know we took a little break, and again, the stars finally aligned today again. Very special guests. We're going to let them tell you a little bit about themselves, but they caught my eye. Obviously, they're booming. I see them everywhere. They're helping out people, with their disc golf career, helping out organizations. We got the owners and founders of Loot Bags in the house. We have Chris Juarez.
Hey.
So, and also we have, and I'm sorry, pronounce your last name for me? Marler.
Yes.
Okay. And so, sorry. Technical difficulties in my headset. But yeah, so, and your first name again? I'm sorry?
Sid.
Sid. Okay, because I
Sid
know it was
Marler.
So I was like, I don't know if you want to go by Sid or Sydney.
Either works. So
SYD, right?
Yes.
Yes, SYD. It was just unique. He told me earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, man, that's cool.
Again, so glad to have them in the studio with us. I want to hear a little bit about them.
PDGA numbers, if you have them as well, and just introduce yourself. Let's heal it.
Oh, hey, I'm Chris. With Loot Bags, I do most of the sewing for Loot. I do all of it, actually. My PDJ number is 215520. I wouldn't look me up. You'd be sad. Especially lately. I haven't played
Don't
so
say
good.
that. You're on the board. You're getting,
You got another. You're out there, man.
I pulled myself out of last place at Kodo, and that felt pretty good.
That's good.
It was still terrible, though. It was not the best experience. I played good at Met, and that felt good.
Yeah,
I didn't play well at Met, so that's good for you that you played well at Met, because it's definitely a course that can really get you. And and Sid, do you play as well too?
I do. My PDGA is 215519.
Who started first?
So we actually signed up at the same time.
Okay.
And I wanted his to be first because he didn't know about disc golf first. But I also didn't want to wait too long to do mine, so we could definitely be back to back.
Yeah.
And he lets me know, he's like, I did it. So I'm like, cool, I did it. And then he's like, wait a second, I messed it up.
I messed it up.
So I got the earlier one after all.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's what I was wondering. I was like, I thought I heard yours was sooner, but I mean, I guess as I want to get into the whole loot bags. I bet
What's your role? Yeah.
Yeah, but like where I guess what do you do for loot bags as well too? Like, let everyone know what your role you play in it.
Yeah, I am mostly cut fabric, tape it together, get it ready for him to sew. I also do all of the fills. I do very minimal design work, and I do not touch the sewing machine. We learned that early on. So.
You must be a whiz on that sewing machine to do that many. You do a lot of big tournaments, right?
Oh man, I've learned through everyone trusting me to sew that many bags for them. Really, it's been.
What's the most you've ever done in for a quick turnaround?
I think the other day we did over 100 sewing them together. We kind of,
but not filling or nothing like that. Just getting the bag ready.
Yeah, no, that takes.
Yeah, but there's a
little bit longer
process in that. Yeah. So
there's
y'all put in
but just the fabric, it's really well sewn, and it's sturdy and stuff. Tell us a little bit about your design and how that came to be and
loot bags. Just tell us who is loot bags. What is loot bags?
Yeah, I've I did a lot of door dashing before for money. I've been driving around one day on the phone with Sid. I'd called. I was like, "Hey, I got this crazy idea. What if I had written a whole scheme. Originally, the colors were gonna indicate what the fill was, and we were gonna save different colors for special events or special stuff. But she asked me to make all 10 colors one day, and we've got all 10 colors now. That we wanted initially.
And at this time, you're already playing disc golf, and you've been playing, or is it?
Yeah, our relationship started with us kind of getting out to play disc golf to walk my dog at the time.
And so, did disc golf come from walking the dog, or y'all would do that and play disc golf at the same time? How did that, bring everything about?
Yeah, they went with us to play disc golf. He played with his brothers before we met.
Okay.
And so they got into it, and then when we started dating, I got into it as well.
That's cool. Okay, so you kind of grew with it, and y'all both fell in love with it, I assume?
Yeah. I was playing in 2010. I guess I drove up to Belton to meet my brother for a little bit. He was at UMHB, or his girlfriend at the time was at UMHB. So we knew a lot of those people, but he asked me to meet him on the course one day, and I had no idea what the course was, what he meant. I was like, what are you talking about? But I threw that day with him, and then he invited me out one day. I was like, oh, you're in Austin? Cool, I'll go to Seawright. I think we went to first around me, and he put a DX rock in my hand, and
nice.
That was it.
Yeah.
It took a few throws to get the nose down enough to really get some distance, but that was the first disc I could throw straight. And I did that for a long time.
Instant love.
Oh, yeah. I didn't have distance for a long time. I had to throw forehand
to
get distance. So I was kind of big on super understable disc that I could throw really terribly, and it would still give me good distance.
Oh, yeah.
Like an Avenger SS was like my main forehand disc.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's funny. It just shows how long you've come, right? Like I'm pretty sure now you're throwing overstable stuff like that, more overstable than Avenger SS.
Oh yeah, for sure. I actually she threw that Avenger SS for a while.
Yeah?
I think it's a little flippy for her now.
Yeah.
That's good. That's progress, right?
Right? Yeah, we've come a long way.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were pros in this sport until like the James Conrad show. I was playing with my brother and he's like, "Hey, did you see that ace James Conrad made yesterday?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I don't know. Like, cool, I'll look that up.
Yeah.
And then I looked that up, and the next time he was like, "Did you see James Conrad won last week? Did you see how he won?" I was like, "What do you like? Why do I care? Let's just
Shot heard
make
around
your
the
shot, make your putt, dude. Like, let's move on." And yeah, I went home and I watched that, and I was like super inspired. I went out to Disc Nation and I bought that putter, like
The commemorative one, yeah.
not the commemorative putter at the time, but I bought the like his signature putter, but it was like the same color. It was like the same one. That
The
he was
Nomad
throwing.
one.
The Envy.
The Envy.
It was an
okay.
Envy. It was like a firm yellow and like tealish color on the
Yeah.
rim.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's man, that moment was sick.
It's shock. Like it's goosebumps every time I see it. It's like, dang, like
Just
this-
everybody's response too. It was one of those moments that like it was the top of any sport finish
You only
ever.
dream of it.
But
You
like
only
the
dream
way
of
it was and the way it laid out, and then on top of him, like once he did that, there was no way that Paul was gonna win.
Yeah.
Like even when they went to the extra hole, there was like I already knew he was gonna throw it out of bounds. I was like, no, there's no way.
Right.
Like this is like fate. Like this is like
Yeah.
movie stuff. This is like scripted.
It was
But
awesome.
oh man, it was crazy.
So, DoorDash, right? Thought
Yeah.
of the idea.
Yeah, like so we're on the phone for like 4 hours, like fleshing out this idea, and like she's like Googling like what is citrine, what does that mean, and we're kind of writing like the early Instagram posts, like the start of like our early Instagram posts, which were kind of like tongue in cheek about like the different stones and how they help you out and how that's related to disc golf and how they can help you be better on the course, like
Yeah.
amethyst, you know, and like citrine. I don't even know enough about it to like recall it now. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie, I never even thought that much into it, to be honest. Yeah.
Right, like I thought it was a little deep for people anyway. We've kind of pulled back from all of that and like focused.
like
on
you're
something,
marketing
like,
it a little different.
Yeah, we were focusing more on like having fun designs, like
Yeah.
without like.
Yeah, I think
getting too
people
involved
really
with
dig that, and you guys, I've seen a lot of new work that y'all have done for Kodo. I've seen the ones for the Loso, for Lucky Ace, for some of the people that are locally
Young and Hard
sponsored.
coming up, those
Yeah,
look nice.
the
yeah.
Thanks,
the T Rex
Appreciate
ones,
that.
right? The little T Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are cool, man. You
I've
guys,
seen you made
so
like Xavier and Thomas Perks ones as well too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they had those logos. Whoever Thomas gets his stuff from, like, does good work. Thomas like is pretty like good about like knowing what he wants, and like they came up with really great logos for both him
they were
and
nice.
Xavier. So it was really easy to work with. I kind of just like really make the backgrounds and work with color and get people like to like visualize something that will like pop on the bag or like that people want to put on their bag. I think once people see something like the emerald on a bag, they get really
So
I guess-
like they get the effect of it.
So I'm just curious, like why loot bags, why chalk bags, like what
what
like,
was in that
prompted
story that you guys were talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Like what and like what brought it on? You know what I mean? Like what brought on the idea? Like you had to have stumbled upon it
Because
somehow.
you have like whale sacks and you have a couple others, but you don't have a whole lot of. I don't feel like you do have a whole lot of competition in the market besides just like people getting their own made. I mean, we've had our own made and everything like that as
but
well.
yours are
too.
like marketed well
But,
and stuff like
and
that.
yours are made very well, yeah.
and it's very good quality. Like I love the
So, like,
material y'all use.
What?
But
How did that
Thanks.
come about? Like you knew, okay, you got the idea, but it was like, what gave me this idea?
I mean, out of necessity, a little bit, like
Yeah.
doing sublimation. We had the machine to do sublimation, and we were like, how do we get like the coolest prints? My brother actually had this really awesome shirt of like an all over sublimation print, and I didn't really know what it was, but like if you looked back at like the whole picture, you could like really see like what was on the shirt. That was like a big like plant that was on the shirt, but it just looked like an all over design, like kind of like cool, like everywhere. And then I saw that, and like that really inspired me to make something that looked kind of 3D, like in person, like have something that looked like an object.
yeah, because it does. Like this one looks like a diamond, like a gem. You know.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah, that's the idea for sure. And whenever you see that, like someone using that, and then like that's on like the T pad or something. The idea is that they're kind of hooked on that, like that idea.
So
Or,
tell
like,
us a
having,
little
like,
bit
their own
about
color.
this. I know you had some ideas, like what went into the design, and are they all the same shape? Tell us a little bit about
Do
your
they
product.
all use the same material, or do you all have different materials within each of them?
So we do have 3 different types of fill. We have all clay, or it's clay with silica, and then we have chalk with silica, and then we have the clay and chalk and silica, which is that one right there that we call the Royal Blend.
So for those of you that can't
It's
hear
like a freaking,
or they can't see that are listening to this audioly, it feels very
It's like a memory foam pillow for your hands.
yeah,
Literally.
and then
chalk.
yeah, you can definitely hear it, but it's and it's not too chalky. Like I do like some chalk, but I'm not like a type of person that needs a whole lot of chalk. I usually use dirt, but since y'all's bag has come out, honestly, I've been using it.
I'm good with anything not sweat.
And this guy
speaking of
sweats like
dirt.
a chimpanzee.
I do, dude. Yeah.
I don't even know the chimpanzees
Yeah.
sweat,
I
but
mean, he's the one sweating right now.
I know.
Usually
Here
it's
come the
me, I'll
meat
be
sweats.
honest. But
Yeah.
so
Yeah, like
Mason Ford actually got a bag made with dirt. So kind of funny. I
he
was
used
on
to
a,
use the rock climbing chalk.
I got you. I didn't know any of that. I was on a card with Patrick Wright, and he was telling me that he knew Mason Ford and like Valerie Mondahano.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been on a card with Tracy before, so I kind of knew Mason. I guess I felt confident enough to be like, "Hey, what's up?" I played around with Tracy, and that was about it. So, and that was cool enough for me.
Yeah.
Like that was cool. But he was like, "Yeah, he carries around dirt from the valley." I was like, "There's no way." So I walk up to him and I was like, "Hey, I heard you know where to get some dirt," and he was like, really excited. And he was like, "Oh yeah, who told you that? Like, what's up? I know where to get dirt." But then like, I mean, even his mom was telling me that problems like going through TSA with like his bags, like Ziploc baggies of dirt. So,
Really?
like, when he's
That's
flying
crazy.
with dirt, it makes it a little harder.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Yeah, if you put some in a bag, I'll use it." And then I didn't think anything of it. He dropped out a code. I was like, "Oh, he's probably on his way to the West Coast, like already doing his thing, like
Yeah.
whatever. He can, that's fine." But he like texted me. He's like, "Hey, when are those bags gonna be?" I was like, "No way, like whatever." So I like grab a Ziploc bag. I put it in my backpack, and she's like still at work. She's on her laptop, like sitting there. And I walk out, and I see him and Valerie Mondahano like walking down 18 at UC, and I just like whip out my empty bag. I'm like, "Hey, I'm here. Like, I'm ready to go."
Oh, dang.
Like, we got this bag for you.
That's cool.
Yeah, we met at Lakeside a few days later, and we got him
Yeah.
some bags. He was using them in Portland.
Yeah, I see y'all have some like pretty like big names supporting y'all right now. Like I was like, man, like
How did that? Like, how did you guys go about that?
Yeah,
like, you
y'all
just-
reached a pretty.
They reach out to you. You reach out to them.
Like who right now
Or is
has
it a mix?
one of the like most popular ones that you have that have like thrown y'all stuff out there? Like
Oh man,
I mean,
Annika Sin,
Yeah.
won Houston. You know, she was using the Goose Promotions
Oh,
loot
really?
bag. Yeah, one of our players, Trevor Byers, handed
Uh-huh.
over the bag.
yeah, Trevor used to
to
help
her.
us out on set here.
Yeah, she had lost one, and he saw her like complaining that her hands were like wet. Then he hooked her up. So that was way to go, Trevor.
Wow. Yeah. Talk about
Byers.
instant marketing,
it was
right?
in
Yeah.
every shot, nice and clear. Even when she won, it was like in her hand, and it was just
Dude, y'all
crazy.
use that shot? You should.
Oh,
Yeah, we
dude,
were
it's like on our
freaking out
Instagram
the
we
whole
have
time.
like highlights or whatever, like bright moments or
Nice.
whatever, and it's in there. But like when she won, it was like in her hand, and she's like lifting it up.
Wow.
And she got it back at USWDGC, so I think, or in Austin, yeah, like before Houston. So I think she liked it. I hope
Nice.
she really liked it.
And who else? I'm like excited. I'm like a little kid.
Yeah, Jaden Bry has been using it.
Oh dang. Okay.
Yeah, and he was in like a dynamic disc ad recently, so that's been like pretty awesome.
Yeah.
He like messaged me for more bags. I couldn't get him to him while I was in Portland, but yeah, like super awesome. Alan Jansen
Yeah.
has been great. Like Alan is awesome. So he's a whiz with
That's,
social media.
that's kind of like the first time we were at RCCC and like you pulled up and you're like, hey man, look, we're a new company coming on. We had made this just to promote, like and he was like, oh man, cool, this is really cool, thanks, dude. Like,
Right.
And I remember I was like, oh, that's cool, like, and then that's when I kind of first started recognizing you. And then I'll be honest, you reminded me of another guy I know named Chris as well too.
Whoa.
And like literally so much like I had to make sure you weren't that Chris and stuff like that.
That's
'cause
cool.
It was just someone like in crossing from like that I've met from from my nephew and stuff like that. So I was like, let me see.
Maybe.
Let me just make sure this isn't the same
It's
Chris, 'cause
possible.
you look like him, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, that's like the first time I really learned, like, oh dang, dude, you're doing, do loot bags, you're doing things out there, and then I just started seeing them come on board. I saw what's that? Is it the bear dude? The dude who does the
Oh man, yeah. I guess he is
Hagman?
actually like the biggest one that we do have.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse is awesome.
Yeah, okay.
So like literally day one, June 10th last year, we're doing the Rub-a-Dub Dubs. I don't know. Did y'all play that at all?
No,
it was
no,
it was at Starkey. Jericho ran it. It was unsanctioned. It was a lot of fun. But that was like our debut. That was the first time we made more than one bag at a time for someone. One time I made 2 bags. I was like, man, this is gonna take a minute. Like I don't know what we're gonna do, but this is it. Like whatever. But he like let us do that. We made a cool bag for that. Thanks, Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho's cool, man. He's a cool cat.
So from the first time y'all made those 2 bags, have you like kind of upped your process, got a new machinery, things like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was the biggest change from going from like making it on a small scale and now making it on a bigger scale?
And the part B to that as well too. How does production look like? Like how, like say for, like, what is your average order? Is it 50 bags, 100 bags? Like what's that process look like as far as how the turnaround time and stuff?
Yeah, so right now I would say that we're at a really cool transition where we were getting a lot of orders that were less than 50 for a while. We had a lot of just like next day delivery, and we really held that really like tight time frame as long as we could. And now we are getting a lot of 50 bag orders, but we're also getting a lot of 250 and 300 bag orders, and that's getting really exciting. And we even are barely in our talks of our first maybe 1,000 bag order. So that will be
Wow.
Yeah, we don't want to go into too many details about that right now, but it's super exciting. And
yeah, we got a cool email this morning, so we've kind of been like
nice. Share it when you share it on our page when you can.
When y'all are ready,
absolutely. Everyone's gonna know about it whenever we're doing it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
when we
cool,
have
dude.
time outside of that.
It's like, I mean, it's crazy when you have a dream and you're seeing it come true right in front of your eyes. Like,
yeah,
I mean, that's what we talk about, like, and like that, and we talk about that so often because we're always like reaching like the next milestone, like the next marker. Like, I mean, we're constantly getting more business and like a repeat business, and like you really need like more bags already. Like, they're moving like that, and then like I go on the course and I'm like, hey, dude, nice bag, and they're like, oh yeah, I think it's just a loot bag. I'm like, oh great, like awesome. I hope you like it.
It's so cool though. Like that's just a normal term at this point.
Right, yeah. And I'll be honest, like I don't really even see like whale sacks or anything like that, especially since like if you're in the area, you have a loot bag,
right?
Yeah. And so that's pretty cool, dude. I mean, it's good to see. Like again, that's why we wanted to have you on. I mean, because I see you doing good things. I mean, I see you growing as a player, but as your business, man, I'm just seeing like I feel like you were kind of introducing it, and now you're like here at a very fast rate.
It's wild. Yeah, we haven't even reached our 1 year mark. Yeah. I was saying like Jesse, like we reached out to him day one, and he did it all.
Nice,
on that
dude.
day one, he got back to us. We made his design within like a week, and that kind of like, I mean, I think we had 100 followers after that, and we were stoked on that.
Yeah.
But that was like enough to like keep us going.
Yeah, I mean, we've been trying to reach 100 subscribers for the last 2 years.
That's
so hopefully we'll get there. We still have the giveaway coming. We're at 87 now, I believe. So we're 14 or 13 away from our first giveaway.
I think Chris is giving away a bag.
Yeah, no, that is our 500 giveaway.
No, that's true.
I got a nice little what's your bag? Simon Lazat one. Anyways,
sign us up. We'll give away that little bag I was talking to you guys about.
Oh yeah,
they'll be excited about that. They might not be able to see some of it if you put it up back here, but
yeah, no, I mean, again, you're doing great things. Again,
Thanks.
I'm excited to see where you go next. Like, I mean, I love supporting local talent, local businesses.
Same here, man.
You know, and so any way we can help y'all out as well too. We'll continue to shout y'all out. We're excited. Just are y'all from San Antonio?
I'm from New Braunfels.
New Braunfels, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm originally from San Marcos, but we live with her parents.
So you're
right
Texas
now,
natives, yeah. I guess that's kind of what I was curious about.
Oh yeah.
So you're definitely putting. I mean, Texas. There ain't no correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no disc golf like Texas disc golf, and so I think y'all are in a great market.
I definitely agree to some point for sure.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, dude. I mean, it's cool. Like again, like our dream, the reason we do this is to kind of get DK seen everywhere, and you're doing that in, exponential time, and it's pretty cool to see. Like
I appreciate that, man.
I do give y'all props. I mean,
it's a lot of time on Instagram. You don't want to do it. It's sad sometimes. But I really enjoy, like, I've made a lot of connections, dude. It's super awesome. We have so much support. Like, every day we get people reaching out like,
nice.
Hey, I found your bag, or I found this bag, or I have this bag. Look at my collection. Just wanted to say you guys make the best bag.
Nice.
And then like people so excited they add us. They put our hashtags. They're like, they love the loot. They give me the loot. They're all about it.
Yeah,
so that's awesome.
So the name Loot Bags, how did that come to be?
So we knew that we wanted to have some fun with like pirates and video games, especially with the gemstone shape that we really wanted. So we would have the cut corners, and we brainstormed a few ideas. I had to talk him out of calling them booty bags.
Yeah, I was like, it's the booty. Like it has the booty.
A booty
it's
bag.
But it's a loot bag for sure.
I think loot bag fits a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, booty bag's cool till now. You have loot bags, and loot bags really works out.
Yeah, it's the loot. Yeah. I think it would have been a hard sell for booty.
Yeah.
Yeah, would have been.
Loot.
That would have worked. But loot's cool.
Everyone would have been walking around with pirate accents though if it did work out.
So.
Great.
Tell our audience where they can find you guys, where your handles, your social media handles, or maybe your Instagram, your TikTok, whatever you guys have. Tell them where they can follow you and order bags.
Yeah, our Instagram is lootbags.dg.
Yes.
And we do also have a Facebook under the name
I don't know. I'm
Bags.
not sure. We'll have that information.
No. We'll put it at the bottom.
We'll share it.
We'll share it. We'll put it on there. We'll put it down there at the bottom. We got an awesome intern. He's great. His name is Mitch.
I've met Mitch. Mitch is great.
No,
You're
it's
doing great,
Jory.
Mitch.
I know. I'm messing with him. It's Jory.
Jory, we
Mitch.
love you, Jory.
Sorry,
And we got our other intern, Hollywood Dave.
Because of Jory and Hollywood. Yep.
Yeah, they're learning.
Hollywood, right?
We love them. Hollywood Dave. So transitioning a little bit.
Yeah. We want to kind of look at the national scene. Like, are y'all pretty big into like what's going on with the pros and stuff like that?
A little bit, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I had a hard time watching last weekend. Like, watching the shots go, like, they're making big shots, but I don't really, I don't see where they're going necessarily. And even the practice rounds were kind of like, I'm gonna throw this roller over there. I'm like, oh, cool. But I mean, even this tournament, it's kind of like a lot of rollers, but nothing against rollers.
A lot of
I think
blind
it's cool,
shots
but
for
it's
sure.
like, I mean, they can't
You like to
see,
see
and
the
they need to
flight
get
of the
so much
disc.
distance for sure.
And I think at some point a hole you got to extend them. I get that. Like you were talking about at Starkey throwing down rollers, or it was Mitch, right? Like remember I used to always throw rollers, but now I can get most of this flight there with a flight, like a flip up, or I'm learning different types of shots, right?
Like hole 9,
and,
hole 12.
Yeah, I can get there in 2, I mean, but at the end of the day, it's
13.
Yeah, 13.
13.
You can now reach the part 3s and 2, right?
Yes, I can. No.
That's funny.
No, but...
I mean, you're higher rated than me. We should go out to Starkey sometime. We should get around it.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Cool, yeah, I like Starkey.
We'll have to go to the Let It Fly. On
Sunday,
right?
on Sundays. Oh, yeah.
There
Will they
ain't
put us on a
supposed to
card
be
or what? Will they put us on a card if we ask?
I mean...
Probably not, right?
I don't know how much he likes me.
Maybe just ask him.
Probably enough if we ask.
Who runs it?
I probably know him.
Who is it?
Derek.
Derek
runs it.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I think Derek is the one that's out there.
Let It Fly out of Seguin, Texas. Great. They have an awesome mini on Sundays. At what time is it at? Is that 9? I think it's at 9.
Yeah. No later.
They have
arrivals,
AMs
guys.
and they have open, and then they have sometimes their ace pot gets pretty high.
Yeah.
So we
cool
usually
place
hit
to
them.
go.
So last week,
we just want to recap. Actually, it's been 2 weeks now. So
who did you have last week winning? Last week, and you know who won last week?
I did not see Gannon Burr winning by that much or at all. That's for sure.
Was anyone else even playing the tournament? I mean, Yeah, he killed it.
Cole and Ricky kind of fought it out a little bit. They kind of like tried to sell that narrative when I was watching.
They always
live.
try to. There was like 4 holes left, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And I think Gannon Bird got like a par, and someone got a birdie. They're like, oh, now we got a game, and I'm like, no, we don't. He's up 7 strokes with like 4 or 5 holes left. Like, he's not gonna. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that was a specific way it happened, but I was just thinking, I'm like, they're hoping that he has a mental breakdown and goes quadruple bogey.
He wasn't going to do it. Like, he could have shot -2 and still won.
He was playing so good.
Dude, his putting, crazy.
But what I did find funny is that one day that he said, it's really hard to get a bogey out here. And then, like, like, he was in an interview, and he was saying, like, yeah, it's so hard. With it being so hard out here to get a bogey. And then, like, the whole one of, like, day 2, I think it was, double bogey first hole. I was like, oh, that's hilarious. I go, got him, coach.
Then proceeds to shoot hot rounds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. But still, just to kind of say that, like, when he said it, I was like, oh, he's going to start off with a bogey in the first hole. That's the first thing that went through my mind. I don't speak like that. But anyways.
Yeah.
So here are the picks real quick. Recap. So Chris had Mr. Isaac Robinson, Gannon Burr, or Paul, which you got points there. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Rob got AB, Paul, and Ricky. Not very good picks. Luke, shout out to House of the Flying Disc. He picked Ricky, Eagle, Calvin. None of those won, so good pick. All right, for the
I've actually gotten a lot of my picks.
Yeah,
like,
stop
if you
lying.
watch all the videos,
when you pick the number 1 player, the number 2 player in the world is not hard.
It's still a correct pick.
I couldn't pick Gannon. I remember. I go back to
this guy. He picked
because you had already picked Gannon. Remember, I threw a big old shit fit.
I don't even know.
There's got to be a fair way for you guys to pick Gannon. We should.
I know. Well, anyways,
get you a point or something. Who gets Gannon this week?
You can only pick him once a month.
But I think we're 1-1. Chris, for FPO, he picked Kat Mertz, Rebecca Cox, and Haley King, which I don't even know if Haley King played.
I don't even think Haley King played.
So Rob picked Ella Hansen, Paige Pierce, or Holland Hanley.
That's his first right pick of the year, y'all.
No, it's not. And then Luke picked Paige, Sonnen, and Owen. So he got it right, too. Even he beat you.
Yeah.
Paige.
Well, when you go with the number 1 golfer in this golf.
I know, right? Well, she hadn't been. Let's talk about that a little bit. She's recently been going online. I think a lot of it's like confidence. You guys know Paige Pierce, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So what are y'all's thoughts on Paige Pierce's win last week?
Awesome.
Do you think she's back? Do you think she's not? Or
I think she was playing great. I think she played, good enough to win. Obviously, like, I don't know that we had, like, the main threat last week.
Qatar.
So
that's the big elephant in the room, but I can't wait till they go head to head.
The way.
Give Paige Pierce her props and give her, like,
it is what it is, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. I think she won.
Yeah.
Like, she
won handily, too. I mean, it wasn't quite as dominant as Gannon's, but it still was dominant. It was like a 2 strokes, I think she took it by, but it was not even close. I don't think it was even close.
She shot well. Yeah, I mean, Holland Hanley just shot super hot that last
round. Almost creeped up on her, right?
Yeah. I mean, but
I got emotional with her during her.
Yeah, she gave a good
after round interview. I was like, man, it really does mean a lot that you're here, like, to come back from that kind of injury. Like,
well, not only that, but just the mental. I think it's always been mental with Paige. I think she started downplaying later. Before she even got the injury, I think she was like, "Oh, it didn't really matter." Like, and I don't even think she meant it that way.
Right?
Yeah, but it's like it creeps in your mind, like you're playing for a different reason, like that eye of the tiger. And I'm not saying she doesn't have it. All I'm saying is that because she could probably kick my butt, but the mental strength and the fortitude, like the I don't know if the fortitude is the right word, but it's like the grit that it takes, like. Right. But I think that I saw glimpses of that, and in her win, I really did.
And I'll be honest, like I had an injury when I first started disc golf.
Yeah, and it's a lot of mental stuff that you have to go through.
I tore my ACL, my MCL, my meniscus, and it was when I first started playing, started getting the hang of it, then boom, happens, right? And so to get back into it, like even just it wasn't the physical capability of being able to do it. It was like, man, can I fully rotate without hurting it and this? And like, that's so much in your head. And I can imagine, like, for her to do it again that fast from, like, it didn't even seem like she was a threat at the beginning of the year to now winning a tournament. Like, I'm not going to say I've never been a Paige Pierce fan. I guess I started getting into disc golf where Paige Pierce was the person to beat. Everyone, like, wanted to be, so you kind of started rooting for other people to beat her, right? But to see the comeback, it's always a good thing. Like, coming from that and like had I been able to come back me and play at that level and win at that level, like that would be a huge accomplishment. So I could imagine, you know, she all the hard work to come back and everything like that. That's why she got emotional, because it's work, man. Like mentally and physically.
And it's the mental side, like it's between the ears and the reason I know that she's sensitive is because she responded to Brody on the show. Like I guess they invited her to the show and she said no.
Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
No, I honestly, I was kind of watching I was reading through that, and I was like watching the podcast beforehand on like 2 times. I was like, maybe I'll hear her say something.
No, but basically, she said something about Brody and
she said something, he said something, and she said something.
Yeah, but anyways, like you got to drown that out. You know what I mean? Like if you're reacting to something, she clearly reacted to.
Because
she's heard
she said
it.
she would be a top player, whatever player in MPO, and
I don't know, man.
much, yeah,
I don't know. I don't think so.
She put top 40, but there's a lot of good MPO players out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say top 40, really man.
Yeah.
There are a lot of.
I think she's a great player. Don't get me wrong.
Texas at any given tournament that you go to.
Yeah.
Like the A tiers here were, I mean, awesome to follow along with.
Yeah.
Like having like a Tanner out there and Thomas.
Yeah.
For sure, just like watching them. Battle it out.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good watching, and you get to see like, you know, you play these rounds and things like that, and you always want to see like, how does a pro play compared to me? And then you go out there and you're like, oh man, these dudes are really accurate. These dudes are really, you know, throw really well. So yeah, it's a good thing always for all disc golfers to kind of see. But yeah, I mean, going back to it, I mean, so I got one right. Rob got one right. Let's look forward.
Got one right.
Yeah, Luke got one right. So now we're looking at the
Beaver State Fling.
Beaver State Fling. It has currently started, and by the time this video gets out, there will be a winner. We're gonna cheat a little bit, yeah.
We're cheating.
We're cheating, yeah. I mean, obviously,
I got Ricky.
Oh yeah,
this guy. You good over there?
I mean, I got Calvin. He's all 12 down. Today? He's all 12 down. He's 12 down, and Ricky's in his heels. What is he at?
Yeah, 8? Ricky's like at 9, I think, 9 or 8, and then you know, a few others right there. Carrie. There's not really like your big names at the top right now. I think like the next one like is Ezra Robinson, and everyone else. I mean, I saw Paul and a couple.
There are a lot of people
some
who
of the
jammed up
Eagle,
at 4.
all that are jacked up like at 26th and 40th place, but that's gonna change. I mean, it's round 1.
I think Yuli was having a great start to.
Yeah, I think he finished like 5 down or 4 down.
He's tied for 26 as well right now with Macbeth.
I think it's
minus
tight
4.
Though, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, there's like 15 to 20 people tied at 26.
I want to go play. That course is on my bucket list. It really is.
Oh yeah, definitely. That layout would be awesome.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So
who do you got? You only get one pick though.
One pick.
And it can't be Calvin.
What?
Can mine be Calvin?
Cannot be Calvin. We have to pick the dark horse.
No, then
who's gonna catch him?
We're not gonna do one pick then. We'll do 3 picks.
No, we'll do the person that's gonna catch him. That's it.
The person that's gonna catch him.
That's it. Only one.
How many?
One.
So
you better not pick Ricky. Shotgun Ricky.
I mean, that Ricky's the only one that's kind of right there. I mean, it's like, you want me to just pick a random person? I gotta look at this real quick.
Yeah, you should let your guest pick first.
Yeah.
No.
Guess first.
Ricky,
first.
no.
Sid first.
No.
Go.
Go, Sid.
Say it.
Ricky.
Yeah, go. Who you got?
I don't know. I don't. Ezra, I mean, really has been doing crazy things. Ezra Robinson, he's been. I mean, he would be a solid choice any weekend for sure, especially if he's looking that down.
Who's in third?
I can't tell you, dude. It's AJ Carey.
I'm gonna look.
Matt Bell, Maximus Meyer, Ezra Robinson, Austin Turner, Mar Wade, Casey White, Kyle Klein, Luke Taylor, all at 4th place.
I say Kyle Klein. I got Kyle Klein.
I guess you're gonna take my pick.
Never mind. I gotta say Casey White just because Casey White.
Okay. He could have used your loot bags at the.
Oh yeah. We gotta get.
When he tore his finger, you all could have helped him there.
Right.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna go.
Cupcake?
Got Marky Chappies.
You gonna go Cupcake?
I'm gonna go Andrew Marwade.
Oh, solid choice.
Solid choice.
The greens are kind of funky here.
One of the best putters in the best putter in the world.
It's all the putter.
Dude,
Because putting
crazy.
is sick.
Yeah.
So,
did you see that almost make from Eagle? The Eagle.
Write it down.
Eagle for Eagle. and then he went OB. It was on the Genius hole.
Oh, yeah. That was a great shot.
Oh, yeah. Such a good shot.
So Sid has Ricky.
Hold on. All right, now we can start with the females. The FPO.
FPO.
Sid first again.
Let's see. So right now, leading the way, who was it? I know Natalie Ryan and Rebecca Cox are tied. And so Owen Scoggins chasing, Steens is chasing. I mean, they're all within 2 strokes. Valerie Mandujano's at 3 behind the leader. Stacy Kiefer, Holland Hanley, Lisa Fakis, Missy, Maria Oliva. They're all chasing right there.
Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Anakin. I know she has a loot bag, so.
Oh really? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. You gotta pick the
Yeah.
favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, get some of that Texas energy, some of that Houston win energy.
Yeah.
She's going to win.
Who did you pick for MPO?
MPO, Casey White. Got Casey White.
And you picked
I mean, I had to pick.
Cupcake? Who'd you get?
Who did I pick? Oh,
Brad.
Marwade.
Brad Williams?
Yeah. No.
Who'd you
That's
pick?
you. Andrew Marwade.
Paul Uleberg?
Yeah, I mean.
Nate Doss.
Nate Doss. I saw it.
Nate
He
Doss.
was like +1 or something like that.
Dude, they asked him like how he was doing, and I don't know.
I'm doing great.
I love his attitude there.
Yeah.
He's a great
so
guy,
happy,
man.
yeah.
He looks like he's a cool guy to hang with. But I don't know, like, he's...
I want to try some Bevel beer.
Really?
Oh yeah, I think that's his brewery.
Oh, really? Where's that at?
Eugene, maybe it's in Oregon,
Okay.
like around Portland,
Cool.
Portland area.
Check it out. If you had it, comment below. Let us know how it is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Who'd you pick again?
For what?
MPO.
What do we
This
do
guy,
again?
Andrew Marwade.
Okay.
And then FPO, who y'all got?
She had Steen.
If she's got Anakin, I've got Valley Mandahana.
Damn it!
That's it.
I'll take my Oni.
Oni.
Owen Scoggins.
I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to stay with Rebecca Cox.
Valerie might be using
That's
that
the
dirt
only
bag.
because she's had.
Universal City Magic.
Yeah?
Yeah, Valerie's gonna win it.
Oh.
Let's go.
Is that where it's from?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. That's pretty cool, though.
Got a
like,
little hole 18. Got a little basket hole 1.
yeah?
Little by the tee pad a hole 3.
Where it's all dirty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. Like, just having a little bit of your hometown with you. Especially a course that you, like, play frequently and whatnot.
Nice.
Right.
But
So, it's early in the season, or it's a significant amount through the season of the DGPT Tour. Who is your early favorite for MPO, FPO Player of the Year right now? Who's leading it for you?
man, I'll be honest. He's kind of, I'm always a big Calvin fan. He's making his way back, and I think he's gonna win a couple more this year. He's playing well, but I think that AB still holds that right now.
You think so? Because
Yeah,
of the 3?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Who do you got?
I mean, AB is doing great things, but I would say Calvin.
Right now?
Calvin. Yeah, for sure.
I was gonna say AB, yeah.
AB.
You? Corey Dolan.
Hey.
Hey, he's going to be up there soon.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Let me see.
A little more maturing, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly,
a couple more people I like that.
Who do I
He's a
think it
little
is right
emotional.
now is Calvin, but I also think that Gannon is going to end up being the Player of the Year.
Gannon,
then-
US DGC 2024.
Who gets a major out of those top ones right now? Like we'll say Gannon, Calvin, and who's the other one we were just saying? Gannon, Calvin,
AB.
and AB.
I think AB.
Yeah.
AB probably going
The
to get a
next
major
major?
this year.
Oh yeah.
I think
I
he'll
think
get a
Calvin's
major
got a
before
major.
Calvin does.
Oh, I think not.
Yeah.
I think Calvin.
I think that I told Rob last time. I think
I don't
this
know,
is
man.
Calvin's year.
Hole 16. European Open.
No.
With Paul Macbeth on the bag. Calvin's got Zach Melton on the bag, and he's throwing stuff in. We got it. Calvin's got
All
it.
right. FPO.
For FPO, I'm gonna go ahead and say, man, that's a tough one too, because like you want to say Kristen Tatar, and there's a chance that she probably is gonna win it, but I'm gonna say Evelina Solomon.
Hey.
I
like that.
got
The odds are with like one player, I would say.
I'd say Paige. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Hey.
At the end of the year, I think she's gonna get hot. I think she's gonna make some moves. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
In a shakeup, I just see some stuff. You know, that little crystal ball. You know.
I mean, really.
I don't know.
If I was like a betting man, you know, I would say Missy Gannon is gonna win again.
Nah, that's a tough
She's
one
got
too.
some like
she has a
endurance.
major already too this year.
Yeah, she has the endurance to just keep playing her game, and
her game travels well
so
too.
Smart. Yeah.
Well, not just that. Like she's trained her shot so well to shoot the exact same shot all the time, and that's what we all dream of, right?
Yeah, I just want to throw a thrasher as good as Missy, and
Dude,
maybe
for real.
it'll be like MA 2-star one day.
Yeah, she throws well. She throws very well. And then there's a lot of women now compared to last year that are just like I guess even you look at 2-3 years ago when I first started watching it was like you kind of didn't watch it because Paige was gonna win, and now I watch it as much as I watch the men's because it's exciting seeing that it could be. I think there's like a good 20 to 30 solid players now on the FPO tour that could take it on any day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I get excited to watch, like Owen Scoggins for sure.
Yeah, Owen seems cool, man. Like she looks like someone I would want to play with on the card.
Yeah, she seems real cool.
Rob mimics a lot of his game from Owen Scoggins.
Hey, it works.
How many destroyers are in the bag?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah,
I
dude,
love destroyers, dude.
Yeah.
But I love my, shout out to our sponsors. It reminds me of Gateway. Now I've been throwing, instead of the Destroyer, I've been throwing my Realm.
He really has. I can attest to
I've been, shout out to my sponsor, Gateway. Thank you so much for the support. Shout out to Disc Kings.
Same, Disc Kings,
And your Disc Fam, right?
Yeah, Disc Kings are always there for me. Disc Fam, LOC, they're pretty... what's cool is like all of those guys with them are pretty like from the area and whatnot. I'm like the one guy from Texas, out of state and whatnot, and they show me a lot of love. They're pretty cool. So shout out to them, and continuing to just try and be the best for our sponsors and whatnot. Shout out to Loot Bags. Guys, again, I can't even explain. It's really cool.
Awesome to meet you guys.
What
You guys
y'all
are cool guys.
doing.
Thanks.
It's cool to see y'all progress, and I'm super excited to see where it takes y'all with y'all's life and everything like that.
And we got some things in the works. We're gonna be collaborating soon.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So be on the lookout. Again, I'm pretty sure you've heard of them. How can they find you, and where can they how do they put in orders? How do they figure out this? I want 50 bags. I want 1,000 bags. How do they do that?
Yeah, so I used to on the website on every few every few designs I would just say something like, if you don't see a design you just hit me up, and I think for a little bit I even had my phone number on there. I was just just text me. I'll get back to you. Yeah, I don't have that anymore.
We got a heavy breather.
We do have our email there though. You can find it on our website. If you just scroll to the bottom of the page, contact us, we have it there. Or you can send us
lootbags.shop.
lootbags.shop. Yes.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And then Instagram, lootbags.dg. I spend a couple of hours responding to people, and then I'll just put my phone away.
Nice.
So I'm sorry if I don't respond. But I'll get back to you. I'm there.
Guys,
I'm on Instagram.
Now you know why you might not get a text back right away. All the production, the orders, the what's going on. But yeah, make sure you hit them up for your latest loot bags. We got to support them. They're local. I want to see them, hopefully doing a loot bag commercial on the DGP on the Disc Golf Network one day. That would be awesome.
We were talking a little bit. Maybe let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'd be so down.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So yeah, be on the lookout. Rob, before we go, anything else, man? We appreciate y'all being on.
We appreciate y'all coming on so much. Before we wrap up, I want to just ask you. I ask a lot of guests this, and I remembered. Favorite moment in disc golf.
So far.
Favorite
moment so far up to
disc
right
golf.
now. What has been your favorite moment in disc golf experience?
Oh man,
playing
disc golf.
Vending.
I have a vending disc golf.
Whatever. It can be anything disc golf related.
I think we have to say separate answers. I think we need
and that's
we have
I was gonna get to you.
this for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff, but for me personally, what keeps me playing. There's nothing like throwing a good shot with someone, So I think back to that. and we were definitely just like out one morning, like goofing around. I think it was Mint's 5th anniversary. We had just got some Royal Soft Profits.
Nice.
And she's like, I mean, like, she's saying something. I'm so focused. I'm like ready to play. Like, you know, like I just been throwing, like, we're at Prince Psalms. I'm like ready to go. I'm like, she's about to go to work. Like, I got to throw. I was like, I don't know what you have going on, but I'm about to throw this disc in. So I like walk up to hole 5 at Prince Psalms, and I throw it up in like a hyzer, and it just straight chains. That's like, I called it, you know, like I was like, I got to throw it in now.
It's like so satisfying, right?
Yeah, for sure. That was like, that's one of those moments.
The moments that keeps you coming back.
Oh yeah, like we were like getting some discs together, and she was like, "You don't really throw this anymore." I was like, "What? Do you know what you just put in the buy sell trade pile?" Like, no, I'm holding on to that. Holding on to that one.
My ace, you got to sign it. Hang it up on the wall.
If you do have any more of those soft profits, I will take them.
We have like a whole stack, honestly.
Really?
Oh, dude. Like at the time, I didn't know anything, but like anytime Mint drops Royal anything, you should just buy all of it.
Yeah.
People want it. Like that's a lesson.
Well,
for
see,
sure.
my problem was I ended up buying more of the like firm and medium ones than the soft ones, just because I didn't know how I would like the soft ones.
Oh, yeah.
And then I didn't buy enough of the. I bought like 4 or 5, right? But I've gone through them, and now it's like, okay, so
they're all
I
like this.
Yeah, dude, for real. I'm putting with the freaking.
Or when I walk by and I step on,
Dude,
it's
I
got
have
my
some
boot
floppy
print.
tortillas, man. They're fun.
Yeah, so let me know. We'll talk after the show. We'll get
sure.
in touch with that. But yeah, I mean,
Sid, what's yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really I love the game of disc golf, and I like to do like trick shots and dumb stuff. But recently, 2 of my friends had a crazy playoff at Indian Paintbrush, and I was like, I gotta see this. Like, it's Brittany, it's Ellen. We were playing FA2. Neither of them are FA2 just yet. They're both working on it, and they're both doing great. And they're probably going to be with this latest update that's coming up. But anyways, I wanted to see it, and it lasted 5 holes at Cat Hollow.
Ooh, Cat Hollow.
Yeah. And they put on such a great show. Like, the back and forth was so good, and
Yeah, like no matter what
there.
level, that's still an awesome thing to see.
Yeah, 5 holes.
Yeah.
I was like, no way.
Yeah.
And it was hot. Like, I had such
And then that's extra holes you were playing what that day? What is that?
23
2
holes,
rounds plus
The
that.
index was like 110 degrees for our second round. We had a couple like people drop out from the heat. Definitely all of us, well, except for them, kind of played
That's
worse.
Texas golf right there.
It was so hot.
Dang.
Yeah, in the summer.
So I was like, at the end, I was
Shout
like,
out Love
I
Set.
want to puke. I want to
Being
go to
earlier
sleep.
this year.
I want to
Yeah.
like go in a bucket of ice, but I have to see them play.
Yeah.
And it paid off so great. And even Stephanie Vincent was the one that was kind of like watching it, and she's like, you can even start over back at 1 because it's hot and we're doing a whole lot. And they're like, no, we're going to do this by the playbook.
We're gonna do it to the death.
Yeah, and 5 is a long hole.
It's a lot of holes.
It's like a 4 or 5, I don't even know how many 100 feet, but
Wow.
it's a long hole, and it was just so cool to see them go back to back.
That's
Nice.
cool. Yeah, that's always a cool thing.
Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
yeah, man.
yeah, no, I mean, and then hopefully again we look to see more things in the player side of things from y'all as well too. So we'll be on the lookout. Everyone knows y'all's PDGAs now.
Oh man.
Do feel free
I
to look
forgot
them
about
up,
that.
see the progress.
Or don't. You don't have
But,
to. I'll let you know if it's good. Just follow us on Instagram. I'll
Yes.
tell you when it's good.
Yes, he'll let you know. He'll give you the heads up. But before we go, as always, we got
Southpaw's tip of the week: improving your accuracy. So improving your accuracy in disc golf takes a lot of practice, right? Here there are a few things that I've kind of jotted down. I'm sorry, I'm reading a little bit off of it, but just for bullet points.
and
really.
we'll post it as always.
Yep, and it's always at the bottom. So making sure you're choosing the right disc. If you know something's going to be flipping or something's going to be overstable and you're going down a narrow tunnel, you obviously want to do field work. Obviously, this is all premised by making sure that you do get field work and know what these discs do, right? So choosing the right disc for the type of shot that you're doing for, especially for accuracy. Work on your grip and your stance. Pay attention to when you're throwing, to what it feels like, and then whatever feels good. I know I go to a fan grip when I'm throwing more of a touch shot, but most of the time I have a power grip, and some people do a combination of both, or they do some other stuff. But I do more of a fan kind of touch shot, just so that I can control the distance a little more. But then also the types of shots. So just play around with that. Practice your throw. Consistency is key. The more you practice field work over and over, and then once you figure it out, try to replicate it and record yourself always.
Field work in your head is not the same thing as actual
visualization. That's something that I'm starting to work on, is really visualizing that line and throwing it on the line. It's the same concept that you look at that tree. I'm not going to hit that tree. I'm not going to hit that tree. But you know what? When you throw it up like that, you're looking right at that tree. And where do you throw it? Right at that tree.
Imagine like a flight, right? Like that. What is it?
So you imagine the flight. It's the same concept. It works. Stay relaxed. Tension on your arms. Tension on your backswing, making sure your weight's back, stuff like that. Any kind of tension will definitely throw you off, and then make sure you're balanced, right? You're coming in from your core and you're
that
going up.
momentum, carry that momentum. Yeah, we just talked about that earlier.
Yeah, and I saw it on video, and that actually helped me a lot. I broke that down. Mm-hmm. So learn from your mistakes. Analyze your throws, and especially the ones that didn't go as planned. Identify the patterns of how you're holding the nose angle. Identifying the errors and correcting them for future throws. Because I know once I'm throwing a type of shot in a round and I know it's working, oh yeah, it's like that hyzer flip's working, or like that big hyzer flip up to flat, that's working. I usually just know, but to be accurate, you want to know with what's working and what types of shot. Don't change your flight or your arm angle or anything like that. Really, for your tee shot, you make your tee shot fit the line, if that makes sense.
Are you saying like throw more shots when you're on the course? Just throw a bunch of shots. Just keep throwing them.
That's what I do.
Well, that'll help with just seeing your line, like a specific type of. But what I meant by that is really like not coming up with a stock swing.
I gotcha.
And then making that adapt to where you're lining up on the box, if that makes sense.
No doubt.
Don't try to change use your same run up for every angle, because you're gonna be aiming the wrong way.
Gotcha. That's why we got to get around together.
Yeah, most definitely. So play with others that are more experienced. That's the last tip that I had. You can see what they're doing. I know that's how I learned how to hyzer flip from my buddy Freddie. Freddie Seca, Freddie Say What? Shout out to another DK member. Hey. But he throws that real understable stuff, right? And I was like, how does he do that? And I was like, oh, finally got an understable disc. And that was early on, but I figured out, I used to throw nothing but overstable disc. And since I threw the overstable disc, obviously I could get it to flip and turn.
So he was only throwing 100 feet.
Yeah, it was just yeah, come on. Hey, today I was pretty deep. But thank you guys so much. That's the tip that we have for this week. Thank y'all. Thank you, Loot Bags.
Hey, thanks, Disc Kings, for having us.
Yeah, pleasure having y'all on.
Thank you so much. We'll see you guys
next week,
or in 2 weeks. Or in 1 week,
weeks.
Or in 2 weeks, not 3 weeks. But we'll be back.
Yep.
Check out the Loot Bags. You can order them through shop.
And we'll have their website online and their handles posted.
Lootbags.dg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Watch our stories. I make some crazy stories.
Yeah. I love it.
Spend way too much time making stories.
And if you didn't know, now you know.
Thank you guys. Have a great day. Let's hit the music, boys.